All right, hi, and welcome to the live broadcast for Loyalist Child and Youth Care Program. I'm your host, Ben Quaid from the Marketing Communications Department at Loyalist College, and I'm very pleased to have two special guests from the program this evening, Program Coordinator Lisa Shunock. Thanks for coming.
Happy to be here.
And current student Jessica Santino.
Hi.
So what we thought we would do is just kind of start off by giving the audience an opportunity to get to know you guys a little bit better. But what I wanted to reveal to you, the audience, is to make sure you stay tuned for the whole entire live broadcast, because at the end of the broadcast I'm going to reveal an offer that you can acquire or get that will help save you money. So stay tuned for the entire broadcast, and then I'm going to reveal how you can go about getting that offer. First, though, Lisa, I thought this would be a great opportunity for you to introduce yourself to the audience.
Sure, I'd love to. So my name is Lisa Shunock, as Ben said, and I have the privilege of being faculty and program coordinator of the Child and Youth Care Program. I have been with the program since the year after it started, so 2007. I love my job. I love teaching in this program, and before I came here, I worked in the field for over 20 years. I started out in a hospital setting in crisis intervention. I worked in a traditional counseling agency, short-term counseling, and then for most of my career, almost 20 years, I worked with the local school board as a child and youth counselor. And then I came here to Loyalist, and I love it, and it's a great place. It's a great program.
Wonderful. And I should have mentioned as well, at any point in time during the broadcast, if you have questions for Lisa or for Jessica, feel free to comment below the broadcast. I'm going to be moderating it tonight, so we're going to relay those questions back and get them answered to you. So without further ado, though, Jessica, this is a great opportunity for you to share a little bit about yourself to the audience.
All right. Well, hi, my name's Jessica. I'm a third year in the Child and Youth Care Program. A little bit about me. I'm actually a mature student. I came back after, I think, 6 or 7 years out of school. I had taken something early on and decided it wasn't for me. But before I'd taken that, this program was definitely something that was in my mind. Spent many years working in restaurants, which was awesome life experience. And then this was still in my brain years and years later, so here I am. I'm so happy with my decision. I have loved every single day I've spent in this program so far. The faculty, my fellow students, the experiences that you get through this program, through placement and work now, it's awesome.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. Now, before the broadcast had started, we actually had the audience ask us a few questions, Lisa, so I have some here with me this evening. Sure. And one of the questions that was asked of us was the types of careers that this field will lead to. Mm-hmm. I wonder if you could just elaborate on that with us.
Sure, I can start, and then Jessica's already working in the field, so she can finish.
Great.
Jessica's a third-year student. I don't know if you said that,
I
Jessica.
did, yeah.
And she's already working in the field. So the types of jobs you can work in as a child and youth care practitioner today are so different than the kinds of jobs that traditionally were available. So when we started out as a profession, it was more working in group homes. And many CYCs choose to work in group homes or residential settings today, but many choose to work in very diverse settings. So our grads are getting jobs in education, so they're working within the school system. They're working in children's aid societies. They're working in community-based settings to support youth, whether it's homeless youth, the United Way, Big Brothers Big Sisters, those kinds of community-based organizations. The jobs are almost endless. Yeah. Some of our students are even working in daycare settings, but they're working with specialized areas, so children with special needs, for example. One of the great things about child and youth care is we can't graduate enough students. They're getting jobs. The field is wanting to hire our grads, and that's a wonderful place to be. Our advisory committee is always calling or emailing or other agencies saying, do you have any other graduates? We need to hire more people. So you can really follow sort of the area of interest that you want and specialize in that area, and the opportunities are really awesome. Actually, some of our students now are doing almost private practice, and for example, opening therapeutic foster homes on their own. So they're kind of combining business and child and youth care together.
That's some great insights. So, and how are you liking what you're currently doing?
Oh, I love it. So I am not from this area. In one of my classes in second year, 2 ladies from Youth Hub came in to talk to us about that agency. I absolutely loved everything they had to say. I felt like it fit so perfectly with what I was looking to do. So I immediately emailed them to see if I could do my placement there. Yep. And I actually got an email back asking if I wanted a job. So that was really freaking cool. So I've been there, next month I'll have been there a year now. So I am working out of their transition home as a residential counselor. I'm part-time. It is an experience I can't really explain in a short period of time. It's a really supportive environment, and the clients that you get to work with are such amazing people, and they have such drive, and they're going to do great things, and it's really cool to be a part of their journey.
Excellent.
And Jessica at Youth Hub works with how many of our grads?
Oh my gosh, so many. So many.
Yeah.
I think at least 3 currently.
At least 3
Four.
currently.
Four. I lied, I'm sorry.
Yeah. One of the great things about teaching here since 2007 is now when I go out into the community for professional development or for meetings, I'm sitting at the table with my grads, and wow, that's just, it's amazing. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a nice touch as a professor to go out and to see the success that your graduates
They're not
have had.
my students.
The field,
they're running the show, and so we get to brag a lot when we're out in the community and say,
a little humble brag.
They're the CYC grad. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Jessica, actually, we had a question that was submitted for you as well.
Okay.
And I think that this is a really good question that provides some insights to some students who are potentially considering any college program, but specifically since you're a child and youth care student. Is it easy to accommodate a part-time job while completing the program?
Okay, so I will say that is entirely up to you. It depends on your workload and what you're capable of doing. I think this program is one of those that you're not sitting there studying for hours and hours on end, and so for me, I think a part-time job is something that you can accommodate. That doesn't mean that is for everyone and that is a bad thing, but yes, I would say yes.
It's based on your individual circumstances.
Yes, absolutely.
And how you're able to sort of multitask. So I think that does a great job of answering that question. Do you want to build on that at all, Lisa?
Maybe. We find more and more, I think, that a lot of our students are either working or they have families of their own, so they have commitments outside of the college. And so we do our best to try to help them have a school-life balance. So I think it's possible, but we're always here too as a faculty team if it's becoming too much to problem solve with students. How can they manage better? How can they take some things off their plate so they can be successful? Yeah.
And I think that this is a good time in the broadcast just to reiterate that we are accepting applications for this program of fall of 2020, and you can apply now at ontariocolleges.ca. So great opportunity for you. Apply to the program, get entered into this field today. We also do have an upcoming open house November 16th. That's Saturday, November 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have Lisa on hand with some faculty members of the program and students.
Yeah.
So again, just a really good opportunity for you to come visit the campus and get to know the faculty and students who are currently here right now. But we're going to keep moving forward here because we've had quite a few questions submitted, and I think that it's important while we have you here and we've got you and all of your wisdom to continue to just give the audience a good understanding of what this course will offer. And one of the questions that I had was that on the website someone noticed that there are 2 advanced diploma credentials listed.
Right.
If you could just maybe elaborate on the differences between the two for us, Lisa, I think that'd be some good insight.
So Child and Youth Care is an advanced diploma. So that means it's a 3-year diploma or 6-semester diploma. So in the college you have certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas, and then applied degrees in some colleges. So we are an advanced diploma. There aren't many 3-year programs, but one of the things I love about the 3-year program is we really see our students are so ready to be employed by the time they graduate. And so I think that's why they're in such high demand, that our students' reputation is really good in the community, so employers want to hire them. So it is 3 years. It sounds like a long time. It's not a long time, though, is it?
It flew. Yeah.
It goes by fast. But you do have options. So you can complete the traditional 3-year program, 6 semesters, where you're in school in the fall and winter, and you have a nice long break spring, summer. Or you can do continuous. So you graduate with a 3-year advanced diploma in 2 years. It means you're in school fall, winter, and most of spring, summer. You do get a little break.
And I think that almost gets back to, our original point about, handling workload, outside job and your school studies. For some people, that might be a good option for them because they want to power through and get done their education so they can get out in the field. And then others, they want to kind of just settle into the rhythm of the program. So I think that's great insight so that they know that they have those 2 options, right?
And it's nice because you also have the option, if you sign up for the 2-year program and you decide you really need a break in the spring, summer, you can just continue with the regular program. So the way it runs, everybody comes in the fall, so you do have that 1 year to decide if you want to do continuous or not.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice. Little buffer zone.
Little buffer zone.
Little buffer zone of deciding. We all need one of those.
Yeah, we do.
We all need a buffer zone, don't we, folks? So I have a question for you, Jess, that was submitted as well. And I think that this is a good topic because I know that in covering the program for the marketing department the last few years, that I've noticed there's been a lot of group activities. I was wondering, and some of the audience was wondering as well, what types of group projects are available to you in the course, and how have you enjoyed those so far?
So there are a great number of group projects. They are very broad. Goodness. Let's think of some of my favorites. Actually, one we just did, I really, really enjoyed. It was a program design for if you were to facilitate a group. So it was our group came up with an entire 7 weeks start to finish of a topic and how we would run it, and then in the weeks coming up we will get to do both pieces of that, which is super cool and again super relevant to what we're going to be doing. Another cool one that we've gotten to do, my brain is on this year, so that's a thing.
That's right.
That's a thing.
Right now.
Yes. Right now I also have a group project for advocacy, so myself and a group are doing a real live advocacy project, not a paper, not an idea. So we've been going to local agencies and finding all this information and figuring out the best way to advocate for the topic that we have chosen. And again, super amazing real experience on how you would do these things in the field. So I love those.
Excellent.
I think that's one of the things that we do best, if I may, is and Jessica can chime in and see what she thinks. But for me, it's 2 things that stand out about this program is we really do try to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. So we teach in a relational manner. We want to get to know our students and what they're passionate about and bring out their strengths and provide the support they need to be successful. And that's really important to our whole team. And the other thing that's important to us is trying to make the learning as authentic as possible. So we really do try to create projects and assignments that are as close to real world as we can. We bring in parents in third year and students meet with parents and practice supporting parents, and we bring in youth from local residential treatment centers and we interact with the youth and learn from them. We go out into the field as much as we can. So if you don't like a lot of tests or a lot of big essays, Loyalist is a good choice because we really believe in authentic experiential learning, and we really try to do as much as we possibly can that's real world. It's important to all of us.
Not to say that we don't do homework or have assignments, but I think I can count on one hand how many tests I've had
in
3 years. Yeah, which is I don't know about you guys. I am not a test person.
Me neither.
So works for me.
Math or tests? No.
She's used that as a threat in class. I'm not.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'll pull out the test, all right?
She said no. She says math, and everyone gets quiet.
The math.
Yes.
And then they get quiet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that this is has been a great start, and I want to continue to just discuss a few things about the program. And I know we've touched on it a little bit in terms of placements, but I think it's an important thing to know because, again, it kind of touches back to the whole experiential learning that this program offers, and then maybe just even an opportunity to build those touch points that you had, right, where you were introduced to an employer and then you followed up and you were able to obtain placement. So Lisa, maybe if you could start, and then maybe Jessica can add her thoughts as well.
So in our program we have 4 placements. We do a 3-week block at the end of first year. So it's just to sort of test the waters and get comfortable and have an experience at the end of your first year of learning. In second year, students are out Mondays and Tuesdays. So they're out in the fall, Mondays and Tuesdays, and then in the winter, Monday and Tuesday for placement, and they come back to the college Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we incorporate their placement into their learning. So it's concurrent, and we get to build on what you're learning in placement. Many students choose different placements, so they'll go to one in the fall and then a different one in the winter. Some choose to stay in the same one all year because they love it, or because they're in an agency where it's too difficult for the youth to have that much change, so you have to commit to the year. In third year, it's a little different. So you take academics in the fall, so that's what Jessica's doing right now. And then in the winter, you do a 4-day-a-week placement and an online seminar course. And so what that does is the seminar course keeps you connected with your faculty. Everybody has a faculty supervisor for support. But it also allows some really neat things to happen. So our students have the opportunity, if they get offered full-time work in the field, to job out.
Wow.
So 62% of our students last year in the winter semester were working in the field full-time.
Really?
Before they graduated.
Wow.
So they still have to do the online course and stay connected with us, but they're working, they're not being evaluated as a placement student, they're employed in the field. So because it's a block placement, it allows that opportunity. The other thing that it allows is you can do your placement almost anywhere in the world. If you want to go somewhere really unique, you need faculty approval because we want to make sure you're going to be as safe as possible. But we've had students go all over Canada, Nunavut, Newfoundland, BC, Alberta. We've also had students go to South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, Costa Rica, Mexico, West Africa.
Right?
Yeah, and we all fight over who gets to supervise her. We never get to go visit.
Might have to check in on her next week.
In fact, one of our students who was in South Africa last year was offered a job in South Africa in the field. She chose to come back, but so it's exciting, and even if you don't think you might want to do international placement now, by the time you get to third year, you're so ready to take on the world. You never know. Yeah.
And off camera, you made a point about prior credentials that could be used to accelerate your how quickly you can complete the program. I thought that would be something that would be great to point out to the audience as well.
Yeah, so if you already have a diploma or degree in a human service field, then you are eligible to come into the program direct entry into year 2. And in the fall semester, you don't go right out on placement. You do a combination of kind of the foundational courses and second year courses, and then placement starts in winter, and you're rolling out just the way you would in second and third year. So it's a great option, and more networking, more placement opportunities, and like I said, our grads, we have a good reputation, and our grads have a really good reputation in the community as well.
Wonderful. And Jessica, before we kind of start to wrap up and close the live broadcast here, we do have another question for you, and that question came in and was submitted via direct message, Facebook direct message, And what it just simply is asking you is what you enjoy most about the program. I know that that's sort of a wide open question.
It
but
is.
If you could do your best to describe that to us.
It would be a tie between two. No, I'm not buttering her up, but this college experience is very different than my first one. It's such a cool thing to have faculty like this. They're like Lisa said, she's not messing around. They're extremely supportive. They're always there for you. Every single student, it's a personal connection. They know you. They're willing to talk with you about whatever you need. So that is something that I really enjoy. And then just the type of learning that we do, like I mentioned earlier, all of the things that don't, wow, I'm losing it. The type of learning really works for me. I am a very
sort of hands-on,
yes,
applied,
very creative person as well, and this group of faculty absolutely loves that, so it works really well for me. Love being creative, so that's something I really enjoy as well. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And Lisa, just to close it up with you, if there's anything that you'd like to add or mention about the program that you think would be
Well, how long
useful?
do we have?
Right?
Exactly, right? We could fill hours.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think what I'd like to say is if you are interested in a career where you're going to make a difference in the life of a child or youth or family, and you want to work with a really committed, passionate team, then you should check us out. Come see us, come to open house, come for student for a day, come and meet us and hear about what you'll learn about. And I'm really proud of our program and of our students and our grads, and we'd love to meet you.
Wonderful. Well, Lisa and Jessica, thank you so much for joining us during tonight's broadcast. And as I mentioned previously in the broadcast, we do have a special offer, and that is that if you come and attend Loyalist College's open house on Saturday, November 16th, you'll actually, if you apply to a program that day, you'll have your application fee paid for and covered by the college. So that's $95. That's a $95 value you get if you apply to a program during open house. I think that's a wonderful incentive for you to come out, meet with faculty members like Lisa and students like Jessica here, so that you can get an understanding of what the program's offering them and what the program will offer you. And you'll have a chance to tour the campus that day as well. Right now, we are currently accepting applications for fall 2020 at ontariocolleges.ca. Remember, we're going to be posting this entire broadcast to our Facebook wall. So if you have questions or comments because you didn't get the chance to ask them during tonight's broadcast, leave them down below. We're going to get back to them as soon as we possibly can. Another special incentive as well, you visit loyalistcollege.com, you click the Learn More button beside the video that's playing right now. You actually have a chance to pre-register for our open house. Extra points here if you pre-register kids, because you actually get entered into a draw to win a gift card, an early bird draw for a gift card.
Nice.
I believe it is a Best Buy gift card, but either way it's a $100 value, so
Nice.
if I have those details wrong, still, again, $95 application fee if you apply to a program. If you pre-register, you get entered into a draw to win a $100 gift card. Lots of great things happening here at Loyalist College, lots of great things happening in the Child and Youth Care program.
Yeah.
Again, thank you both so much for joining me, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. We'd be happy to answer them. Thanks for joining us.